Hi, everybody. Today, I want to talk about, we're always wrestling with, we want more customers. We want, the most ever that we can get, whether it's in New York City or Boston or whatever city we're in. We're always like, we need more, we need more. But I argue, you know, don't look for the customer, look for your own product. All right. What does that mean? So, first of all, if you've been in business for a little bit, you do have some customers, right? I am a big believer on capturing those customers that you work with already and focusing more on your product. What do I mean by that? So if you have a product or service, make sure that that's the best it can be. And obviously you have to sell it, but 50% of that product or service, if it's good enough, it's going to sell itself. So I'll give an example. We started in 2000. We started when companies were looking to upgrade physical servers, Dell PowerEdge servers. So going back a minute, but so what would happen is you would go from 2000 to 2003, 2007, so on and so forth. And every time you would upgrade, you know, we would migrate to another server. So what did we do? Instead of looking for more customers, the customers we had at the time when we started, albeit small, it was like a dozen when we first started, the first week to month and so on for our companies. But what we would do is, hey, there's a new server coming out. It has more security. It has stability. You could put more, storage on it. This time you could have your remote users remote into it. So, we would work with our current customers, have that sort of product that we were using as a service that we were installing, and we would go to them and say, this is what you need now. And, obviously, if they didn't need it, we wouldn't pitch it. But, that was the next sort of logical upgrade that they could take. And guess what? As years went on, we found out that, these servers, by the way, were very expensive, even for then and even now. Why? Because you had the part, you had, the Dell server that could cost like 5,000 plus. You had our install that was actually like over the weekend, it was a migration. You had a Monday, follow up, so on and so forth. We had to make sure that all of the profiles and the computers would connect to it. So, it was a big wind up and it was a lot of maintenance going forward. So it was great for us. However, we always wanted to do right by our customers. And as we went on and transcended, we wanted to make sure that we were current. So you always got to make sure that your product/service is current. So that meant as NAS or network attached storage devices started to come out and our current customers just had, files to store, we said, so look, we have servers for you. It's great. However, you could do the same thing with the network attached storage and it was faster. And, guess what? Less maintenance. You don't have to pay us as much. So it's not so much, us getting in there and having them pay us to do something else, but it's more of we're modernizing ourselves and they're seeing that we're keeping up with our tech chops and they were happy with us, to be able to say, hey, New York Computer Help, they're letting us go from a server to a NAS and they're not really capitalizing because it's less maintenance. It's like a box of, an on-premise NAS device that they're able to essentially, allow us to just store stuff on. And guess what? They don't have to do periodic maintenance anymore. So they're not really winning. They're just legitimately showing us a better solution for our storage and our files and our company. As time went on, we recommended online storage. So that way they don't have to use their internet bandwidth and, pay the monthlies to Spectrum or Verizon or whoever it is. So as we went to another tier of that service or their product, we were able to show them that, look, you don't have to pay us as much. You don't have to pay the internet company as much because it's not going through your internet to use for the whole, LAN, the whole local area network. In turn, you just pay this online storage and that's it. So the point here is using the example of file storage for companies, you just not only want to stay up on your modernization of the tech, to show your customer that you're on top of it. But the whole point is don't spread yourself thin. Yes, new clients are great, but those current customers that trust you and believe in you, those are the ones that I urge you not to capitalize on, but just to show them that you're doing the best good for them, whether it's saving money or having a faster solution or whatever it is. And those customers are the ones that I urge you to really focus on. And those are the ones that are going to take you to the next level. And you know what? End of the day, you're going to feel good about yourself. All right. Thanks for listening.